Hi everyone, it's Julie. Today I'm going to make a sign out of pallet wood, and as you can see, we had to tear apart some more pallets, and that's the hardest part of the project, obviously. So what we're doing here is we're going to make a sign, and it's going to be hung vertical, and it's going to say home on it in letters made out of tin. Of course, you can do wooden letters or whatever you want, but this is just the way that we're going to do it. And what I did was I cut, 5 boards 11 inches long, and then 5 boards 9 inches long, and we're just going to, alternate the sizes of them. So what we're going to do now is going to go ahead, I cut some of these little lath boards here, and this is going to be on the back just to help hold them together. So that's what I'm going to do now. Go ahead and get these put on to hold our sign together. Okay, we're just going to use the side of this board as a guide, the table that we're working on. Just have all of the boards, the longer ones, even with the edge of the board. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a little bit of liquid nail, if I can get it to come out of here, on, well, don't want to come out too good. I think it's cold. But just going to put a little bit of this on here. This is just going to hold our boards together. And the short boards, we're just kind of eyeballed them and make sure they look pretty even on each side. So what do you think there?
Ready? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned the overall length of this is about between 32 and 33 inches long, whatever size board you have, or you can make it however long you want it. This is just what we had. Okay. So this is what it's going to look like on the other side when it's turned over, and it's going to hang this way. And that nail came through. And we're going to cut letters out of tin. That's a whole nother process because we couldn't find. I wanted it to be rustic looking and make the letters out of like rusty tin. So we had to buy a piece of tin, and we're in the process of trying to get it to look rusty, so that's a whole nother issue right there, but figured I would go ahead and start on this part. But this is what it's going to look like, and I'm going to go ahead and sand it. Okay, well, first of all, I painted every other board white, and right now I'm just staining the other boards with this. It's gun stock. You could do any color you want to, though. It's totally up to you. But I am going to put some over the white just to make it look a little antique. Give it a little antique look. And then when it's all dry, I'll sand over the whole thing. Okay, I went ahead and I put a little bit of a darker stain over top of the other stain because I didn't like it. I didn't think it was dark enough. And I'm still not happy with it. I went ahead and sanded this one, and I'm still not happy with the look of it. So what we did, went ahead and took a little bit of black paint and added some water to it to thin it down. And as you can see right here, we're just going over this whole thing here with the watered down paint. Like this, and then just taking a rag and wiping off the excess, and it kind of gives it a little bit of a weathered look, which I think is it looks a lot better. But you could play with it and find what you really like. I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just doing it. So I'll just mess with it until you find what you like it to look like. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to finish this up. I'll have to do the edges. Okay, now that our tin is all rusted, it's good enough. I went ahead and traced some 5-inch stencils onto it, and I just did the letters H, M, and E because for the O we're going to do something a little bit different. So I'm just going to go ahead and get these cut out. Alright, just be very careful when you're cutting this because it's sharp. I'm not very good with using these tin snips, so bear with me. I might have to go over it a few times to straighten it up, but they don't have to be perfect. It's supposed to look a little, you know, rustic. If you want perfect, go to the store and buy it. Let me just go ahead and cut down this. It'll probably be a little easier. Oops, I'm getting off there. I'll try another set of snippers here, see if these ones work any better.
They're brand new.
They're a lot sharper, that's for sure. Okay, as you can see, we went ahead and cut out our letters out of the tin that we rusted up, but we started out with 5-inch stencils, and we just thought that they were too small for this project. It didn't look right, so we went ahead and bought some 6-inch stencils and cut our letters out of 6-inch, and I think they look a lot better for the size that we're making this. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and pre-drill our holes, and then we're going to get them nailed on. So that's our next step. Went ahead and drilled the holes, pre-drilled them just so it'll be a little bit easier. Just kind of eyeballing the letters where we want them to go. And I have these small nails that I'm using, but feel free to use whatever you want. These are pretty tiny and they're hard, so you end up smashing your fingers. Okay, this is what it's looking like so far, and like I said, the reason we don't have an O right here is we're going to make a flower out of metal, and our next step is we're going to put a couple hooks on the back so we can, you know, hang it up before we get our flower put on. We don't want to mess it up. Okay, we just took a piece of tie wire and curled it around on the ends and then put a couple screws in to hang it up, and you can't see it from the front, so I have some picture hooks, but I thought this might be a little too heavy for just a regular picture hook, so the wire should work out pretty well. Alright, as you can see, Kevin made some really cute flowers out of some metal. We just went ahead and painted it orange and then sanded some of it off and sprayed it with our vinegar mixture to get it to, you know, rust up on the edges and things. And what I'm going to do now is just going to go ahead and nail them in place where we want them. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the whole thing with clear coat. And then this project will be pretty much done. Okay, here's the clear coat that I'm using. It's a clear gloss. It's going to look milky when it goes on, but it should dry clear. So I'm just going to do the whole thing, the flower and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should give it a nice shiny look and hopefully make it look a little nicer.
Well, Julie got her project finished. I don't know if you guys seen the flower, but you can go on there and see how Julie built the flower too. Actually, I built the flower.
Well, you built it mostly.
I built the flower, but I built it on her channel so you guys could see how the flower was made. And it's basically just beat out of sheet metal. And we actually had a video made, and it's on my channel. I'll try to leave links at the top. I think it'll be on my side, right above my head, so you can see how we made the galvanized steel rust, and how we made the flower. So, what do you think, Joel? Did they turn out okay?
Yeah, they turned out pretty nice. Now, you can also do this horizontal if you wanted to, instead of vertical, which would also look nice. And you can do love, put a heart in the center instead of the O for love, anything you would, want. But I think they turned out pretty cute. So, okay, it was a long project because we had to rust the metal and everything, but I think they turned out okay. So, thanks for watching.